Okay, so I've bought a new drilling machine, and this is sort of how it looks. Let me get a bigger shot. Yeah, it's not that big, but it's big. Like, it's not high big, but it's just big enough so that you can drill stuff. The newer ones are too cheaply made and I hate them. So I bought this. It had a pump motor here. I've noticed it immediately, but I said what the hell. Well, the hell is that a pump motor works at 3000 RPM, which is useless in a drilling machine. You can barely drill aluminum on the lowest speed. The highest speed, I don't know what you can drill. So the motor was burnt anyway, so I took it back, and the seller was kind enough to let me pick a motor, and I picked the biggest motor I think I could fit in. And now I'm at the fitting part, which sucks because the axle of the motor is bigger than the pulley. Like, yeah, you get my point. And I have to drill the pulley, but the pulley is very small here, then it's here, and problems are still coming. So the first problem is that the motor is too high if I put it like it is, and the pulley comes like this, which in line with the other pulley sucks. This pulley should be like this so that it's in line with the other one. So I have to lower the motor in the casing. The pump motor had this ring that someone made a while ago to adapt the pump pulley, the pump motor to the drilling machine, and it has tensioning nut welded on it, and I will use this to kind of lower the motor. How? Well, this is the front cover of the motor, which I took off, and I drilled 3 holes in it. It's very thin and it's cast iron, which sucks again, but hopefully this will work. And I made this risers, you can call them, but in our case we will call them lowerers or something, yeah, which are drilled and tapped. That will go over here like this, and with this part in line, I've made something. Now that my idea is kind of taking shape, I thought to take the camera, what the hell, show you. But yeah, I will weld this ring to the risers because the ring is kind of a good steel, and hopefully I won't need to weld the 3 things to the casing because I don't have a TIG. Okay, so I'm done welding. I've kind of ground them flush. Let me remind you, I don't have the slightest clue how to arc weld, but yeah, they'll do the job. Focus. Yeah. Not a clue. Anyway, this is how they look on the other side. They are kind of at an angle, but I don't see how that will come in my way. I just hope that the cast iron casing will hold the screws. And yeah, it seems so far I've tightened them very nicely. Not hard, but nicely. And they are in this extra adding of material in the corner here. That's why they are three and positioned like this, because the casing had these. Yeah, now I just hope they won't hit the windings, but judging by the little lines there on the corner, hope they won't. Okay, so awful setup, but yeah, it's working. Very awful setup. Now I'll check it if some phase leaks in the motor, but it didn't seem when I put the cap that it could leak, and nothing happens, which is good and strong. Let's check the screwdriver. You see, when it has phase, it doesn't light at all. Well, I'll call this somewhat successful. It doesn't have cooling because I was kind enough to break this. But hopefully that motor right there will don us one that's made out of metal. If not, I will go and buy one. Fuck that. Oh, how sweet it works. Like magic. Magician of some sorts. Well, it's mounted, and it kind of looks big, but who gives a damn? This is as much as the motor will go in front, which is, yeah, kind of like a centimeter. It could go further if I cut in these fins, or I could just hammer them down. Yeah, I've measured the height twice wrong, like Murphy says, but it's not that big of a problem. Initially the top of the motor shaft would have been here at the black line. Now it will go further of the line. It will pass the line by the thickness of this height, whatever, so it's like half a centimeter or something. So it won't be at the line, it will be kind of here. Yeah, it's okay. Hopefully it will be. If it won't be, I will break the pulley and I'm doomed. Yeah, but anyway, the belt tensioner works. The motor goes this far and it goes back all the way. It can go, but the tensioning screw, I think, will hit the pulley if I tension it back that much. But I hope I won't need that back, but it will only depend on the belt. I don't have the belt yet, and I will now pass to the second problem I have, which is that the shaft is bigger than the shaft of the other motor, than the pulley. I just stopped because the motor is fuck. I think the pulley will hit here. Sucks balls. Means I didn't center it right, or something happened, I don't know what, but yeah. So it should come like this. Fuck it, I'll just cut this part off and that's it. I don't have the time. But we will see. Okay, so this is how I will broach the key. It's kind of rude, but it works. It's just cast aluminum and yeah, it works. It's the only thing I had. Probably from this piece of high-speed steel I will build a broaching device sometime in the future, because the high-speed steel is at exactly the width of a key. But yeah, it's a very interesting process. Okay, so this is how it turned out. You can see inside the old board, old key, and this is how the new key and new board turned out. It's meant to be a tight fit, not a loose fit this time. Yeah. Okay, so it's done. The camera doesn't pick it, but yeah, but this pulley, it's kind of shaky. On the bottom 3 pulleys or speeds, may say, you can't feel anything, but on the top pulley it's kind of shaky. But in other words, it's alright. The belt was a little short and I could change it, but it meant a trip back to the store, so I knocked a few teeth out of the motor there. But anyway, it's working rather fine. I like how it works and feels. Don't know why it has this noise when it comes up, but I guess it's from the axle in the thing. Yeah. Anyway, so technically it's done. The belt tensioning system works great. The motor sits tight. Besides the shaky pulley, everything is okay. Yeah. The second problem is that, let me show you. Here we have a Morse 2 taper, I guess, and this is the chuck. Like, come on, could it get smaller? So I have to make a cone adapter from this type of cone and mandrel to this a bit bigger one, let's say. Yeah, that's why we have lathe, so it will get here and looks proper, I can fit things, but I'm not sure I will do that yet. But yeah, I could do it. I don't know. I'm not yet sure I want to put this here because it takes a lot of the drilling space. If I put the smaller one, I can put bigger pieces, but smaller taps and drill bits. I guess that's what I will do. Put this smaller one and let it here. And if I ever need to put a bigger drill bit or something, I can switch to the bigger mandrel anyway. Okay, so it's almost done. I built a special bench for it. Nice big ass bench. I've bought a lamp. It's kind of cheap, but it fitted very nicely in a pre-drilled hole. I still need to build, I guess, the shield for this switch, because I can't find nothing, and I have to build the lever. So far I've just used for a quick test the screwdriver. Done the wiring. The lamp is on when the shop is on, when all the power in the shop is on, and yeah, it goes nice. I don't like how this switch stops, but I have to do. If you stop it real quick, it's not a problem. Still need to repair the propeller for the cooling system of the motor. I have to put a screw there. This is how the wiring looks, but you can't understand anything. Yeah, anyway. But it basically is done, and it drills nicely too. Yeah, put your hands in the air like you just jump, like you just don't care. Problems. This stupid little chuck I now hate more than anything. Kind of sometimes wants to fall, but besides that, and it's very small. Like, I can't fit a normal size drill bit. Like, when you think of a drill bit, you think of a normal size. We won't speak about this one. So this one is high and heavy, which sucks. I have a bigger chuck here, but it's a different Morse taper, and I have to clean it. So the next thing, it will be to dismantle this, clean it, put it back in, make a Morse adapter, and yeah, I'll go from there.